Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of The Gallows. We all know I'm a sucker for horror films. I love to watch them. I always get excited when a new scary movie is on the horizon. And this one looked very promising. I often trick myself, though, to thinking they look good when really the signs are there on the wall. So, does The Gallows fall into an overhyped horror film? The ultimate answer is yes, but I don't think it's a complete failure. So let's go ahead and talk about what The Gallows actually gets right. The main selling point of this film is, does it scare you? And there are definitely some parts where we have great tension building, great atmosphere, and great suspense, as well as just kind of straight up scary imagery. It's about students being hung, basically. It's about this play about getting hung. So, I mean, right off the bat, that is just creepy imagery. It puts me on edge just from historical standpoints right off the bat whenever I see lynches or gallows. So that just puts me on edge personally. I think it puts other audience members on edge as well because it's just so uncomfortable to watch. And I think particularly in the middle portion of the film, I would say the end of the second act, through a good portion of the second act, and the little beginning portion of the third act, it is at its peak. It's running, it's firing on all cylinders. It gets you very involved in the film. The problem is what surrounds that little short peak we got. First of all, it starts extremely slow. I liked the very beginning, but then it just starts so slow that all you can do is listen to the best friend in this film talk as he's like running around filming for some vaguely explained reason. And he is a terrible person. He is completely unlikable, and right after he finishes his first sentence, you're like, okay, when do we get to the part where this guy dies? Because I don't want to listen to this nonsense the entire film. Horror movies, they have to make one or two characters a little bit unlikable, but when your cast is 4 people, having one of them be completely unredeemable, and then his girlfriend also be pretty unlikable, having only 50% of the cast that you may or may not like isn't very good odds. And it doesn't help the audience get invested in their plight. We're kind of just like, well, because it's just, you don't care about them. And upon leaving the theater, I thought, okay, that was not bad. And then once I mulled it over more and more, the movie is just kind of stupid. So it falls into every horror movie trope that you can imagine. These characters are so dumb. The reason that they get into the school for any of this to even happen is so stupid. And then again, completely ill-explained. The terror in this film is also extremely ill-explained. And so many times, the characters are just, they could escape, obviously, just like in most horror films, a million times. And there's a million better choices they could have made. And you're just screaming, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Oh yeah, because we're in a horror film and you need to die. So that just is frustrating, and it was really glaringly obvious. And not to mention, all of the actors are pretty terrible as well. Kathy Lee Gifford's little daughter might be the best actress in here, but they're all pretty bad. And I think that lends to the unlikability of all of them, is because you're just like, oh my gosh, these actors just, they can't sell the lines. None of them. The main 2 characters or the little couple that is the best friends, all of them. Just bad acting across the board. And then we get to the end. So I'm not going to talk about the end at all, but just know I wasn't a huge fan of the ending. There are 2 pivotal moments in about a 5-minute span in that last act that make it very clear the outcome we are given could be heavily avoided. So it's just like, again, what are you doing? Just what's going on here? Come on now. It just takes a bit of an odd turn. It comes out of left field, so that's fun. But just be ready for a mediocre, but not terrible, horror movie. I think it will make for a good time if you're looking for a couple of scares on a Friday night. That I'll say. It does get a little bit tense, a little bit creepy there throughout the entire middle portion, and I think you'll jump a couple of times. But honestly, you can probably wait for this to come out for rent. So, that has been my review of The Gallows. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below, and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on our latest videos. Also, join in on the conversation. Have you seen The Gallows? And what is your favorite scary movie of 2015 thus far? Let me know either in the comment section down below or hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!